Welcome everyone to the stream. In our last two adventures, Thema, Lorenzo, and Arya went into the woods, and then made camp after a loot fairy, and then adventured even deeper into the woods, exploring all the nooks and crannies that the woods have to offer, encountering several bandits and murdering them in cold blood along the way. At some point, a magical unicorn was summoned, which rickrolled the entire party, and caused a bit of a distraction and ran away with one of the scouts that was attacking the group. Later that day, Robin woke up from a nap that they had been taking, and decided to try and go find the string party, which we will let Robin explain what happened during that adventure. That said, Robin did explore a good chunk of the forest, including some that the previous party had not already explored. As Arya, Lorenzo, and Thema see Robin rejoin the group, they also see Robin mercilessly slaughter another bandit.
Oh. You've made some friends
now,
too.
Hi, how you doing? Indeed, Lorenzo, I did make friends.
You know, we've come across some interesting treasures, but we can't seem to open them.
What treasure can you not open?
Oh, it's right over here. See, I just start walking away. Do you want to show him the big chest? I could show him.
Big chest. I saw a big chest earlier, but in my infinite wisdom, I decided not to open it. But is it the same chest? Is it near a beach?
No, it's just down here, actually. Oh, yes, but past the bodies. Don't mind them. Those are
Lorenzo,
just.
wait up for the rest of the party as well.
Oh, come on! It's fine. They're napping. They've woken up. See?
Okay, you may lead me to this treasure.
Yes, we're just going just down here, you see. Happy treasure time. There you have it. Up here. Can't quite open this one.
Oh, is this the one that's not open? Have I not opened this yet?
I don't believe so.
Well, in that case, I would like to make an Arcana check on the chest, because that's just a thing I'm going to have to do now. I've learned from my adventuring experience.
Oh no.
I know jack shit!
I could attempt to make an Arcana check.
You can do one as well if you need.
Yes.
Or you could assist on an Arcana check to give advantage.
Oh, that's true. I'd like to assist Arya.
apparently my microphone was off. Hey, did you know that you already looted this chest?
I did loot this
Okay.
chest.
This was the one that contained a bunch of aquamarines.
Oh, that's right.
Or whatever the heck they were. Yeah.
In that case, I don't know
You
what to
shouldn't
do.
open that one. Our lives depend on
No.
it.
Renzo is confused why they came over here. They had some short-term memory loss. It's okay. Same.
It's fine.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Go back to your hidey hole and talk to each other. You.
Well, married couple, how did your trip go?
You murdered a
Just
married
leave
couple.
Dude.
Crab.
No, a
Successful.
part of a married couple. Oh, well, no, they weren't technically married. They're fiancés. You know, but like widowed, you know.
Why did you murder them?
Yes,
Because they
Robin
attacked me.
split up a happy
Oh.
couple.
Oh.
Killing them from first, they attacked me, and I said if
The
they attacked me
husband.
again, I would attack back. And guess what happened? Some fool
You stole
attacked.
from them.
I didn't steal from them. I was attempting to steal from them. There's a difference.
Robin's alignment may or
You
may not
failed
have
to steal
changed from
them
this
and they
encounter.
attacked you? Is this what you're
Sorry.
saying?
Yes,
What
they
was that,
attacked me.
Moss?
Robin may or may not have leaned slightly towards evil from their being lawful good in this encounter.
I wasn't. Am I lawful good? I could have sworn I was neutral good.
Whatever, neutral good, lawful good. You're more evil now than you were before because of your terrible, awful, sinister decisions.
What? They were bandits.
When will you learn that your actions have consequences?
Okay, Thiva. You don't have to take that tone with me.
You're all silly. That's what I have
I
to
also
say.
murdered a bunch of wasps.
Oh, Robin, since you're here, can you
We
fashion
also-
for me a coin launcher?
Oh
No.
my god.
Also, coins.
You
wait,
are
wait, wait.
not going to become a Meowth Thema. I will not
What
allow
do you
this.
say?
Right. Also, did you find those coins in that chest around, like, the lake?
Yeah.
They took some.
Ah, well, they
I
don't
have a
seem
lot.
cursed, but they do seem pretty useless in terms of actual current currency. They have no value, basically.
Oh, good.
I shake my
So
pockets
I
and they jingle
can
loudly.
use them
I've
as
got
a
10
coin
gold worth.
as ammo.
I mean, I could technically,
One person at a time.
One
forge,
person
melt
at a
them down
time.
and make copper stuff if I really wanted to, but besides that, there's no use for them.
Lorenzo, what were you
Well,
saying?
Oh, I've got 10 gold worth.
Well, they're worthless, so it's not worth 10 gold, I guess.
They are not accepted currency. I'm pretty sure you may find someone that you can bargain with for accepted currency, but I highly doubt it.
And Thema, what did you say?
Oh, I was just very much looking forward to a coin launcher, seeing as they have little value.
Well,
But I'm pretty sure I can throw these at like Mach speed with these hands that I have.
oh my god. You are not, and I say this with the utmost concern for the sanctity of the game, a fucking Meowth.
Fine.
That's right.
If
I
you
guess we can
are,
use that.
if you become a Meowth, I will make an endgame enemy to throw a Pokeball at you and catch you.
Wow. What's the success rate?
Also known as a pocket prison tesseract.
Oh, that's right. I ran into like a whole gaggle of bandits that I ran from immediately with my
Yeah,
life intact.
If I can't use them for a coin launcher,
I mean, I'm not gonna
terms
stop
of-
you, I'm just saying I will be annoyed and I will make ways to make your life miserable.
in terms of dungeon delving, in case we have to, what's the word? Not circumvent.
Annoy the
blanking
DM?
here. No, not annoy the
I believe
DM.
the term you're looking for is annoy the DM.
I don't think the
I'm-
coin will work as pocket sand.
Ruin the DM's well-made plans.
No, not pocket sand. Actually, I was thinking about using them in case we were like in a dungeon sense and things get weird. We could use the coins as markers.
Sure.
You know?
I don't. That's fine. I don't care.
Coins.
Do what you want.
Leave a trail of them. Yes.
Yeah, since they're
You're going to-
useless, no one's gonna want to pick them up.
You're going
Unless
to
we
use them
have-
as breadcrumbs.
Yeah,
That's fine.
So they
Go
won't be
nuts.
and because they're useless, no one's gonna want them. So they're just gonna leave them.
Well, they're still coins. If people don't know they're useless, they're probably still going to be grabbed.
Hmm.
You guys didn't know they were
only
useless,
use
did
them
you?
in a dungeon scenario unless we are being followed for some reason, which I hope that's not the case.
That'd be menacing
Wait.
as fuck.
I say we move on from the topic of the coins. It's been proven that they're useless. But Robin, we also ran into quite a few bandits and fought off a wasp and
How many
basically
lost?
2.
Oh, 2? Cool. I fought off like 5.
We fought off like
There was a
7
unicorn?
bandits. Oh, and I accidentally summoned a unicorn with my magic.
That's rad!
Yeah, that can happen sometimes.
Magical Rick-rolling unicorn.
Remind me not to mess with you.
Well, just wait. It might get worse.
Robin, I saw an enormous crab. It was about the size of, well, as tall as these trees.
That's a big crab.
Other than that, I've done absolutely nothing.
That is true. Lorenzo's makeup adventure was mostly, I'm gonna poke some crabs and steal some coins and poke some more crabs and get my shit wrecked by another crab.
The crab did get me real good, but I ran away. So
You almost got one shot by a crab. How do you feel?
it's fine. I'm a very powerful dragon wizard. It's fine.
So, I did a murder. I murdered some wasps. Found you guys finally, which is nice. I also found a bunch of corpses.
Oh, yes, that was probably us.
Yeah.
No. I mean, corpses in a row, like a lot of corpses in one congregated line.
Wait, did you guys do that? I didn't.
No, we left the corpses where they were.
It was when I woke up. There was a path there, in between the trees. I walked to it. It looks like the earth was scorched, and then I kept going further.
Yeah, we avoided that.
Yes, we didn't go that way.
I didn't go
Were we
too far
supposed
into it. It was just there was a lot of corpses, man. Whatever's there, hopefully isn't there anymore. But at some point, I would like to investigate that area.
I also have your
Weird.
money, Robin.
I think that's all I have to say. Besides that, there is a huge gaggle of bandits that we could try to fight in the forest if we really wanted to.
Are you gonna wipe out all of my beautiful bandits? Really?
Well,
They deserve
well,
it.
they're certainly stealing from people. It's not like they're helping anyone. They're currently actively attacking people in this forest. They've been attacking us this whole time. Why wouldn't we, if we could root out the problem?
The player notices that there is a new quest in the quest log called Bands of Bandits. The party will not comment on my very creative naming of the bandits.
Alright, well, it sounds like we're all caught up. Shall we try to venture forth and find a path out of this forest?
I mean, according to my cartography fail, if we just go up, there's probably a path out of here.
Alright,
Also,
then
bodies, aren't there?
Yeah, I made some bodies.
the animals will take care of it, right?
Here, just start eating the corpses.
Oh no.
I wonder if rotten flesh counts as rotten food.
Probably.
Ooh,
Anyway.
I should get some of that.
Arya's done with your
I'm going to
shenanigans.
move.
Arya's leaving.
I didn't even ask you. Why did we want to leave the forest right away?
Well, I figure we should probably be getting to Margo at some point here.
But there's also still the fire flower we've been requested to search. And
Oh,
a bunch of
yeah.
bandits to murder.
We could ask around town about the fire flower.
That's true. We could just talk to the people around instead of searching around aimlessly.
Mm-hmm.
You can use your cartographing skills to either travel through areas you've cleared, or you can go north, like Arya is doing.
Well, Robin said that if we head north, we'll probably find a path out, so
That's fair. That's probably
I'm listening
true.
to Robin.
That's always a good idea.
Not straight north. It's just north of this path. If we continue down, we should
Like,
find an
phone-
exit.
Go for it.
That's 45.
She does not notice you.
Oh,
It says shh.
Being quiet.
Everyone just
Being quiet.
Okay. Are you being quiet?
oh,
Lorenzo, do we
this,
want to put it on ice?
I'm
my-
going
I
to
am-
target this wiggling person.
She is scouting. She is doing the thing. She is surveying the area. She's making sure nobody comes down that path there.
Can
So
I
you're
just...
just going to blatantly attack her?
No, I was gonna try and talk first. Excuse me, you
That's
over
just
there
what
with the
people
bow.
would say.
Excuse me. You
Oh,
with the
are
bow
you
there,
talking?
yes.
Are you
You.
yelling at her?
I am yelling at her, yes.
Okay, that's a wonderful idea.
Oh no. Oh no.
She whips around and fires a bow at you.
Oh no, we've got a surprise round.
She is a scout. Good fucking luck.
I do believe we flagged everything in this forest here as hostile.
She yells out intruder and twirls around and fires a shot at you with disadvantage.
Okay.
And misses.
I'm going to use my action to cast suggestion.
Suggestion. God damn it. Yeah?
I suggest
What are
you
you,
put down your weapon and come have a nice chat with us. And also, tell your friends it was a false alarm.
She looks past you and yells out, "Where are my comrades? What have you done with them?"
What?
Robin may have an answer for that.
They were assholes that attacked us. And so, they got deleted.
Oh my god.
Ooh, I know that word.
If you surrender, we'll spare you.
She contemplates it and readies another arrow from her pack.
She should be disarmed because of suggestion.
Oh, what does suggestion do? She contemplates it and does not rearm herself, but she is glaring at you because you obviously murdered her friends.
The scouts, they may do whatever they please.
She accepts your terms and comes over to talk. All 30 feet of it. There you go. Says, what do you want? What do you want from me? What are you doing in these woods?
Yeah, I wasn't
Oh,
able
well,
to get
Miss
up
Ava.
here. Hello. Who's the lady?
A scout, by the seams of it.
A new friend.
Is that?
I'll be honest, I don't know what to do with this situation.
I mean, you guys seem to have everything under control. I'm gonna just sit back here. Look at the bird.
I am going to ready a Ray of Frost if she attacks.
Ah, I see.
I'm gonna come over here and say, now, perhaps you should, chill out. And we're in these woods because we're trying to go to... Where are we going, everyone?
We're going to Margo, but we decided to look for a flyer flower, per a person's request.
Oh, yes. Have you seen any fireflowers?
Fire flowers? I suppose... What do they look like?
I'd like to presume a fire that's a flower. Well, either it's a flower that's actually on fire constantly, a flower with fire properties, or a flower that's a very bright shade of red.
Ah, well, there's some red flowers to the north by the mountains, but you'll die if you go over there.
Why would we die?
Not even everyone in the troop would dare step foot in that den.
A den? Whose den is it? A dragon's den?
We don't know. We just know that everyone who's ever gone there has died horribly, and we're not ready for that.
And you said
We
you're
like
part of a
living
troop.
and
Do you have an
working.
official name?
We are a troop. We find rare ores and leaves and other things, and we bring them to the cellar.
Okay, let me ask, why is your first response when you see someone enter a place like this, the forest, that presumably doesn't belong to any single person, intruder, and immediately shoot at them?
Because this is our territory, and other people will want to steal our loot.
That just sounds like a terrible, terrible plan to just make a bunch of enemies.
It does make us want to usually to kill you, so...
And why don't you have any signage?
She's just like, look, we just do the work that we are told to do.
Do you have,
and
like,
we
legal papers
enforce
that
it.
show that you own this property
We
over here?
enforce it the way that we were told to.
Ah,
Wait,
so you're
now,
just a criminal
who's-
enterprise.
Can I speak to your manager?
No?
Well, someone taught you to do it this very silly way.
We've been doing it this way for years.
And
How
it's
are
very silly.
How are you not all dead?
We get hired through quest boards, and usually people don't try to murder us. In fact, usually we don't encounter people, because nobody comes into these woods. It's very dangerous.
See, that makes sense, yes.
I mean, surely
Just
you've
been trained
encountered...
on first instinct to shoot people? Doesn't that, raise an eyebrow? Does that not seem suspicious as an order to take?
No.
Why?
Because that's just how it is.
Well, it looks like you're just an idiot and got dragged into a criminal organization.
You could do so much better.
You could. You have so much potential in your life.
Look, I make an honest living,
An honest
Protecting-
living shooting at people.
an honest living
honesty.
protecting the gatherers and the foragers.
Will these scavengers and foragers be having to be equipped with weaponry?
Obviously, the woods are dangerous. Have you not encountered the giant wasps?
I mean, yeah, they're not that dangerous. You know, a little like frost magic and they're like gone.
Well, we don't have any frost magic.
Well, aren't you losers?
Oh my god. Robin, Are you done talking?
Yeah.
Roasted.
That was a really
Jeez.
fast 6-second conversation, guys.
Yeah.
Really,
Wow.
really said a lot in 6 seconds.
Conversation in this game goes about as fast as in DBZ. Everything in this game goes about as fast as DBZ. I'm gonna get an egg timer to make sure Robin doesn't talk for 1,000 years.
I like knowledge. That is my whole existence.
Yeah, but you gotta keep in mind that you only have 6 seconds.
Alright, my
What are you
question is,
doing?
since we're technically out of combat, can I take my full 70? I would like to scout ahead, seeing as I'm the most melee person here.
Sure.
I can punch people.
And Lorenzo has arguably become more melee after shoving that ring on his finger.
Nice. I don't mind me just passing you all to see what's up ahead.
Rude.
Taking the top route.
Rude.
You all seem to have it covered. There's nothing, actually.
See, out past here is the mounds with the priests.
Oh, this path takes us out of the forest.
Yeah, I know. I told you that.
I wasn't paying
Like-
attention.
What have we established about this person? That are they good, or should
You,
we do
Well, they
something
believe they're
about
good,
them?
but they're shooting people on site, claiming that they own this area with, like, not showing any permits or having any signage for warnings for people, and yelling intruder and immediately shooting at them.
Treasure hoarders.
yeah, that about sums it up.
So, do we attack them?
I mean, we can leave this one and spare it. I hope they can do better things with their life later on.
Could just move along. Leave this one
Yeah.
be.
So,
Boss did it.
Thima's found a way out. I'd say we head out, unless we plan to trek back through the forest.
I do have some questions for her upon my turn.
We've had so many questions before, but okay. I'll give you 3 questions, and then we'll have to move on.
May I ask you, kind lady, what year is it?
The year? Why would you ask such a thing?
Because
Don't you
it's
know?
important. No, time tends to slip away from me.
It's AS50, obviously.
Okay, good. I think that's it. I shall now be
Rob-
taking my leave.
Robin seems very confused. And when you get here, you have the option of either fast traveling to a cube that you have cleared, or you can explore cubes that you have not cleared. It's up to you. Yoink.
Oh, right, there was that gentleman up there that was very stalwart.
So do we all agree that we should teleport through here?
Where are you all going to fast travel to based on the new map?
I vote that we fast travel to the edge of Margo.
Well, we haven't discovered Margo yet, but I would like to just...
Well, yes, we did. We
Would
literally
you-
got, like, right up to the town and then entered the forest instead.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. So let's go
so
to
you
the
want
other
to
exit
go?
of the forest.
You want to go
and
to
then
that
head towards
exit of the
Margo.
forest?
Yes.
Okay. To your west, you see the border of the town of Margo. To your south, you see more open field and beach. And to your southwest, you see what looks like a farmstead.
I suppose we head west, correct?
That's what you want to do.
Sounds good.
Okay. Whee.
I agree.
I will actually have to put you at the farmstead, because there is a wall in front of you.
Oh.
But that's fine. You can quickly go to the farmstead unless there's anything
I
directly south
have
of you.
equipment to scale walls.
I think that will not be viewed upon kindly by the townsfolk.
Start sprinting over here.
You're gonna go over here.
Lorenzo, why are you heading towards the farm?
I don't know, it seemed like the place to check out.
Oh, Lord. I chase after Lorenzo.
Why are we headed to the farm? This makes no sense. We need to head to the city.
I'm trying to convince Lorenzo not go to the farm. Our friendship has brought us to a farm. I don't know what to say.
Just stop. Wrong way. We don't need to bother honest folk just doing their jobs, just working their lands.
Currently, nobody is working in the field.
No one's here. Farm of friendship.
Oh
be a
my
bad-
god! It is not.
No, this
It
is
is
a
not.
farm of not go in.
It is. It is not called the Farm of Friendship.
A horse in there.
There is a horse in there.
We're
Okay,
gonna get kicked out of Margo before we even walk into it.
I heard
I'm gonna
horse.
walk over here,
Oh
and
my
I want
god!
to history check if I can identify what crops these are.
It's wheat.
These are wheat. Cool. I've walked over here for no reason. I'm staring at wheat.
Nice.
It's
Robin?
used to make bread and pasta
Robin.
and cookies occasionally.
Friend Robin,
Yes.
if I could ask you a question.
Yeah.
When we started this expedition
much hydration.
adventure thing, what year was it?
It was technically 50 when back in wow, my memory's failing me already. I'm an old man before my time. Back in the first tavern place we went to with the town, it exists somewhere. It's on the map. I got the map. Let me look at the map. The town of
Yes.
Oswell, which had the tavern, which we started at in the year 50, and then it changed the year 54 afterwards, and we came over here, and now it's the year 50 again.
45.
In the forest.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, what's bugging me is that we seem to be
What? When I asked
Time.
Albert, he said 50. Is it not currently
Ah,
50
big-
anymore?
He said
The
they said 50,
scout-
but when you were talking to Thema, you said 54, not 45. Which is
Oh,
what the
right, when we
bartender said,
got to
45. I was
literally
just
didn't know it was
correcting
like-
you.
Yeah, my apologies. I thought I said
It's-
45.
That's okay.
when we got to Oswald, it was 50. Then, for some reason, when we went back to the same tavern, it was 45.
Then we come
And
across
fast
here, and
forward
it's 50.
to here, in the forest, it's 50 again.
Yeah, I know. Shenanigans are going on. I have to somehow record all this and figure out what's going on. I think we're slipping through time or dimensions or parallel worlds or some shit. And I
My
can't figure
internal
out shit.
clock is being messed up with the date. I must now navigate by the stars.
Oh, Thema, please keep track of Lorenzo for me.
Oh my god.
I'm going.
Why is Thema Lorenzo's babysitter?
Because I've decided to look at wheat.
Excellent reason.
Oh my, there's 2 horses in there.
You see?
Oh my god.
Wonderful horse friends await us.
And
Oh
I
my
see a
God.
furnace that's still on.
I know you're the quiet type, Arya, but you gotta say something about this, right?
I think you're all fools
Yeah.
at this point.
You're
Yeah.
just
I hate
tired,
And Clay was
Like
born
horse-
yesterday.
but I accept that. Because I've been foolish so far.
You just ran face first into wheat to see what it was, so
I am not in the wheat. I am standing like 5 feet away from the wheat.
Robin did get really excited to see some wheat and just like ran headlong up to it to investigate it.
Yeah.
Maybe. Just maybe.
and then the other two
Rob-
were just excited by horses.
The other two are obsessed with the potential to pet animals, yes.
Yes. But they're locked away.
Yes, so we should leave them alone and head to the city.
I'm
Yes,
tempted
Arya
to
is
bring
correct in
in-
this. I will agree with them.
I'm
I mean, this door is open.
Arya's walking away.
walk towards the city.
I mean, this door is open.
Right now, I'm just running. I'm just running away.
Why does that building have so many doors?
Yeah.
Because it's a stable.
I'm just gonna sprint over here.
Yeah, is that what you're gonna do?
I'm not gonna say anything, just gonna walk on by.
Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Give me a moment.
What?
I'm just
My
taking a
God.
peek inside. Don't worry about it.
Taking a peek inside.
I'm just taking a peek inside. Don't worry about it.
You see horses and lambs and a nice little fireplace. You can walk into Margo.
I keep.
Rather than sprinting like fools.
I had to catch up somehow.
I'm coming. I'm coming. Give me a moment.
Can't believe he got lost.
Feet are
Got
feet are
lost.
hard. Okay.
Your feet are made of metal, so yes, they are hard. Pass your
I didn't
turn.
walk with any lubrication to
could've
oil
made
these
another
joints. I'm
Thema.
sorry.
A better
Okay, are you all going into Margo?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank the heavens, the party has finally, after 4 episodes, made it to Margo.
It was just filler. Don't worry about it.
I mean, I know I set up side quest area for you, but I didn't expect you to take 95% of it.
What do you expect? I'm the kind of guy that does all these side missions first before I focus on story.
I don't know why I thought otherwise.
Yeah, that's on you. Ah, person.
Ah, hello there.
Alright. As you enter the town of Margo, you see a building immediately to your right, but you don't know what it is. And to your left, you see that there is a person standing there who is actually not holding an axe. And down the middle lane, you see a fountain and some buildings on the side, some buildings straight ahead of you, possibly some sort of outdoor workshop way off in the distance, and the greatest thing in all of D&D, a quest board.
Okay.
I'm going to go up to the fountain, and I'm going to do something I always wanted to do after reading it in a book.
Oh no.
I'll walk over here and talk to the kind sir. Hello, sir. I assume you're a watchman of some sort if you're standing by the entrance to this town. I would like to ask, do you know of any place in which I could purchase a wagon?
He says, I don't know about any wagons, but I mean, if you want a broken wagon, I have a broken wagon.
It's just a bum.
Lorenzo, that is incredibly rude.
Wait your turn, Lorenzo.
No. Not calling this kind sir here a bum. Okay, if you have a broken wagon, how much would you be willing to part with it? What price?
I don't know. What's the normal price of a wagon?
After I put back my book and everything.
I know.
35 gold for a whole wagon.
Arya's gonna
Oh,
find me
wagon.
and throw a book at me, IRL.
Maybe.
Oh no. Love the Vazarati fan meetup, and Arya just shows up and yeets a book at my head.
How about I make a starting offer of 7 gold for the broken wagon?
please.
Oh, well, I
7
would like
gold.
to actually see the wagon first to see if what shape it's in.
He says it is outside at the farmstead.
Oh, I'll make sure to look at it later and come back to communicate you to which price.
he tells you that it seems that there is a large hole in the things holding part, and says, I even have a quest regarding my wagon up on the quest board if you'd like to go take a look.
Oh, well, can you inform me of a short summary of this quest?
My wagon broke. I may have had a little bit of a mishap with some magical trees. I was tasked to go clean it up. I failed, and I am looking for adventurers strong enough to fix my mess for me.
So, if we buy this wagon from you and fix it, that will just complete this, and then we'll receive payment according to the quest board, correct?
No, there are some trees that need to be cut down in the fields, and I need you to bring me my axe back.
Ah, where's your axe, then?
It is stuck in one of the trees. They seem to be rather sticky.
Rather sticky. Oh, you must have hit sap. Well then, I'll make sure to check the quest board and accept the quest formally, and then we will go get your axe back and get wagon.
Are you?
Or where Where's that?
Go forth. It is up and to your right. Is over here.
Oh, yes.
Look, a magical quest board.
160. Oh, well, all right then.
Alright. Arya, what are you and the baby slime doing?
Well, I'm telling the baby slime not to sleep on the book.
Ah.
I want to go check out the quest board. Since it sounds like...
Go forth and conquer, and because you keep getting overshadowed, I'm gonna let you move twice.
Oh, then I'll just move.
Just
60
zoom on over
feet.
there. Zoom right on over there.
Okay.
Zoom. Good job.
Huh. That
Yeah,
place seems to be open.
Yep, that place is open. That is a business that you can go in.
Okay, I'm gonna check out the quest board.
You're gonna check out the quest board. Woo! All right, we have.
It's now going to be filled.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's gonna be so many quests.
This is sidetracking the game.
That's how D&D works. It's sidetracking the game. All right, journal.
As a person with ADHD, this is going to just be my life now.
Do all of the quests, yeah.
Inactive. All right. On the quest board, you see a missing poster that says in big bold letters, "Missing Gertrude." You also see a poster with a picture of a misty-looking mountain. You see a poster with some delectable-looking crab legs on it. And you see a poster that is titled Unusually Sticky Sap from a person named Marble Dawntree. You also see a very faded poster that you can't really see the words on it, but you can see a signature by the person who had put up the poster of Mayor James Margo.
Do I have to take down other posters to see that poster?
Nope, but you have to ask the mayor about the poster to see that poster.
Okay, good to know. You guys should come check out the quest board here. There's quite a few quests up here.
Yes, come check out the quest board, the ultimate Dungeons and Dragon content trap.
Alright, but before I do that, I take a
interesting
copper
things.
coin. Emma's
What do
gonna
you-
take a copper coin. They're gonna throw it into the fountain here. And do a praying motion.
Okay then.
When that's done,
Roll a d20.
D20.
Ah, nothing happens.
Ah, okay. Tim is gonna join Arya over at the quest board
Yeah.
and enter.
Does Thema want to... Oh, I guess you did do an action. Okay. Robin, what you doing down there?
Well, I'm going to look at the quest board, since
Running
the
away.
man mentioned it, and read up upon the quest.
You want to read about the unusually sticky sap.
Yes.
Alright, the quest text reads, or what's written on the poster reads, "Help! I was tasked with bringing magic seeds to Oswald, a task like any other day, but this time around I think my cart sprung a leak and I found one of the seed bags had a hole in it. The trees sprouted up as expected over a matter of days, but when I was told to go cut down the ones that fell out of my cart, my axe was met with a sticky sap that kept me from cutting them down. In fact, my axe is still stuck to one of them. Please go chop down the trees and bring me back my axe." Signed, Marble Dawntree.
I suggest to the party that we should maybe check this quest, since that is the man with the cart, and maybe we could get in for good fortunes with him and obtain his cart.
I don't see why not.
Well, I don't disagree. There's also possibly, like, unbroken carts that we could look into, too.
That is true, but cart.
Unless
Leave Marble to clean up their own mess.
Cart.
I will, well, if we investigate here and they don't sell carts, we can then check up on that quest.
I mean, I'm not
Robin.
against taking up the quest regardless, because it's still potential rewards and everything.
Would you like me to mark this quest as active?
Are you perhaps being a cheat?
Yeah,
Do we agree upon that? Yeah.
I do. Does the other two
Yeah.
agree upon that?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, then I end my
Alright.
turn.
Magical. You have accepted one quest. You can accept infinite quests as long as they're available.
Okay.
I think there should be a cap on that.
We should accept this Gertrude looking one. You know how it looks like Gertrude?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a
know
picture
Gertrude?
up on the poster?
What? Let me read what the missing poster says. Gertrude, the oldest member of the town, hasn't come back to work in several days. We checked her home and asked her roommates, but she hasn't been seen. She used to frequent the blacksmith after work, but Rigel, the blacksmith, said he hadn't seen her the night she disappeared. Someone please look into her disappearance. The mayor has a set of keys to the houses for anyone willing to investigate. And this quest gives 300 experience. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy.
We could try that too, I think.
Well, how about this? We don't necessarily have to formally accept the quest, but as an artist with painter tools on me, I can do a sketch of her face, so we have it for later, and look for her while we're journeying, instead of being actively looking for her, unless you truly wish to help this Gertrude person.
If you inactively accept the quest, I'm going to mark it as active.
Okay, then let's say we don't formally, this is not our top priority as a quest, but if we find her, we will help her.
You have many
That
quests in
sounds
your quest
reasonable.
log that are not currently your top priority. For
Yes.
example, the fire flower that at this level would give you like 2 levels. Wow, perfect. To your south, you see a shop with a nice purple-haired looking woman just tending a counter, and over the shop reads the words Enchantress. The building that you are in front of has a very large sign over it that says Library/Mayor's Office. And and in the corner of the town, you see a smithy with a blacksmith in the smithy and somebody at the counter vibing and talking very noisily to Rigel.
Didn't we have like a bunch of gems that we wanted to sell off?
You did. The Enchantress is a one-stop shop for most things.
Okay. Oh, also, I should remove the bristled ring because I don't have that anymore. That's on someone else's finger.
Yeah, Lorenzo, may have shoved it on their finger.
I'm going to head down here to the Enchantress's shop and see if I can find out about that blue quartz and also sell the other gems that we had. I swear we had more than just the amber, the bloodstone, and blue quartz, but
We should have had an emerald.
yeah,
Yeah.
does anyone have that in their inventory?
I do not.
It's technically in Robin's inventory.
I don't know if they hold any significance, but they're not in my thing anymore. Probably threw this
Let's
away.
just say at this
You
moment,
threw
since
them
Arya decided to
away.
investigate the store,
You dropped them on the
passed
ground.
the emerald to Arya.
Okay, good.
What was that? What was that, Marco? I didn't hear you.
Just because Arya is investigating the store, I'm gonna pass the emerald on to them.
Okay, the emeralds. So we have an emerald and an amethyst. That's what we had. I went to the chat to check. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna head down this way and talk to the Enchantress. Hello!
Good.
Hello, dearie. How are you doing this fine morning?
Doing good. Had a bit of a romp in the forest. So we headed over here from Oswald, and unfortunately they didn't have anywhere that I could sell some stuff and find out information about things of the magical nature. So I was hoping maybe you
Oh.
could help me out.
Do you have any comrades? Why don't you bring them here? Let me get a look at you.
All right, I yell out to them that, hey, do y'all want to come over here?
And we all drag our butts there, I assume.
You drag your butts in here. I have a whole series of things that I need to open up, so give me a hot sec.
Over here.
Oh,
as you all walk in, she turns towards Robin with a very sweet gaze and says,
I moved to the corner.
Excuse me, son. Do you happen to have some papers on you? I sense that you might have some papers on you.
I did find some papers that seemed to have runes on them, in which I could not find a language that I could decipher them from. Would you like to take a peek?
Yes, can I, please?
Oh, here you go. Yeah, no problem. I hand over the papers.
Tell you what, son. I would like to buy these from you. Would you mind? In exchange, I'll give you one of my very best trinket boxes, something I specialize in here. It is, of course, magical, and you would definitely benefit from it.
And she pulls out a very ornate, sort of like purple, gold, like emerald and laden trinket box, and shows it to you in her hand, while holding one hand out for the runic papers.
Oh, that is a very pretty box indeed, but I was hoping I would be able to get information about these papers to see what they do.
You want information?
I wish to understand
Well,
what these papers hold upon them.
I can tell you that, but only if you trade them to me. I promise it will be worth your while.
What if by trading this, you give away tremendous power?
That's what I'm worried about.
I promise you there's no power in those papers.
Are you sure? The ink seems to suggest otherwise, looking upon them.
Yes, I'm quite sure, dearie.
I'd like to roll inside. Yep.
Yep, go ahead.
And I've ordered
I wanna give an assist for that.
Nice.
God.
I also wanted to insight check her.
Sure, go. Everyone feel free to insight check the sweet old lady.
It's
She's
always
like
the sweet old
60
ladies
or
you have to
70 or
look out
something.
for.
Is it the sweet old ladies you have to look out for?
They're the ones that'll stab me in the back.
Wow,
Okay, I
you're all
didn't do
just
much
so
better.
good at rolling.
No, we've completely sold
You're
on
all so
the
good at
sweet
rolling.
old lady.
You don't sense any malice or sketchiness with her at all.
Okay, I hand over the rune papers. I hope I can one day figure out what those do have, or you can tell me within the day.
She says, "Oh, thank you, dear. Here's the trinket box."
And she hands you the trinket box, which I will put in your inventory at some point. And as you give her the papers, she pulls out a jar of liquid and opens the top of it and shoves the papers inside of it. As the papers go into the jar, you hear tiny little screams emanating from the jar as the letters leap off the pages and try to escape. One gets out, and the enchantress stamps it nonchalantly with a wax seal against the top of the desk. And she was like,
"Oh, thank you very much, dearie. You just saved yourself a whole heap of headache. And you got a nice trinket box out of it." Now that trinket box, let me tell you, don't interrupt, son. Let me tell you, that trinket box is very, very special and contains a very strong magic. And you will be able to use it when the time is right. And you will know when that time is, okay? So keep it safe and close to you at all times. And if you're ever in absolute dire straits, open up the trinket box. If you try to open it before then, nothing will happen.
Well, I'll have to check your word on it. Thank you very much. If it's truly as powerful as you say, I'm greatly indebted to you, but I'd still like to find out, what were those rune papers?
Oh, those. Don't you worry your little head about those. They're just, little ink blots that you don't have to care about.
Well, ma'am, that was part of the deal upon the exchange.
Well, I can tell you that if you had kept them in your inventory for any longer, you would have had the most cursed time in your adventures.
I suppose I'll just say that I trust you, and I'm greatly indebted to you. Thank you very much for your kindness, ma'am. I believe my friend here was having business with you. So I'll step to the side.
You have completed the Inky Dilemma quest. Good job.
This lady's sus as hell. I'm just leaving.
What? Okay, fine.
Don't mind him. He's spooked by
As-
magic.
Is he spooked by magic?
Despite being a great wizard.
Is he? Is he? Do you want to insight check me? Should I roll a deception? He's spooked by magic. I will roll a deception if I have to.
That's fine.
She says, "Oh, no worries. Given the things that he's wearing on his person, I'm not surprised that he's a little bit spooked."
Ma'am, you have information upon his necklace?
Of course, dear. I have magicite.
Oh, ma'am,
Your
ma'am,
turn,
ma'am.
Robin.
I'm sorry. You may continue, Arya, but I have things for this ma'am later.
That's ma'am.
Okay. So I'm going to take out the amber, the bloodstone, and the blue quartz, and the amethyst and the emerald. I'm gonna be like, so
Bloodstone?
first of all, yeah, I picked up a bloodstone,
Radical
Okay,
name.
right?
What were you saying?
I wanted to find out what's the deal with the blue quartz because we came across a lot of it.
Oh, it just happens to be rather abundant here.
I see. Is it worth anything?
I mean, we gather a bunch of it and turn it into magic dust. We have to infuse it with some other things, but it's part of the magic dust commodity.
All right. Well, so how much could we possibly get for all of this? We got some amethyst and emerald, bloodstone, amber, blue quartz. 780 gold. Okay.
That sounds good.
And what can you tell me? I take out the three colored candles about these.
Oh, these are very special to me. Where did you find them?
They were being sold by a peddler over in Oswald.
Oh, him. Of course it was him. That boy, he's so pushy. Well, I can tell you that normally you can't separate these, but have you tried actually lighting them?
No, not yet.
Well, I might suggest lighting them and spreading them away from each other. See what happens.
And she just gives you some space on the counters to do this.
Okay. So I'm going to light the three candles and then spread them as far away from each other as I can get them within the shop.
Okay. As you spread the candles out from each other while they are lit, a rope of fire spreads between the flames and connects
That's right
them
as
to each
fuck.
other.
Lorenzo, come and see this shit.
These are some fine armor.
Some fine
Now,
armor.
question is, what does that do?
That's a cheeky little barrier that I came up with back in the day.
Wait, does your name happen to be Trinidad?
Well, that's a name I haven't heard in quite a long time. I'd say a few decades now. But I mostly go by Trin now. Nice to meet you. My name is Trin Milim.
Nice to meet you too. My name is Arya Elsa here.
Oh, lovely. What a beautiful name.
Thanks.
By the way, is my voice volume high enough?
It's good.
Yes.
Okay.
It's wonderful. I'm enjoying this voice
It
very
is
much.
not.
Yes.
It is not easy to do this. I'm dying over here.
I'm so sorry. But it's a great voice.
It's okay. This is my favorite character, so.
But yes, pleasure to meet you, and I picked my name myself.
Alright, you have located Trinidad and
Yay.
unlocked the mysteries of the quest item.
And found
Complete.
out more about the candles. Yay!
Look at you all learning things about your magic items.
So, wait, you had information about my necklace?
Yes, are you interested?
Well, it glows blue sometimes, I am told, but... Sure.
Well, that item is extraordinarily rare, And I assume you got it from that shady little peddler.
Yes, very safe.
Well, of course he would sell that to you. I hope you didn't pay too much for it. It's quite strong, but it's also a gigantic burden. That necklace belonged to my husband before the war. Unfortunately, my husband died in the war. And, I didn't really like having the necklace around because, well, obviously, you can't put it on without ever getting it off again. And so, I gave it to the peddler and I said, please get rid of this. And he took it and I suppose you ended up with it. Huh. How strange things work out. It ends up right back in my shop.
Yes,
Unfortunately for me, it's stuck on you basically forever. But I will tell you that he was one of the most wonderful paladins I've ever had the chance to meet and the chance to interact with in my life. And that necklace really emphasized his strength. Why, I tell you that any time that thing would glow on the field of battle, the enemy would just vie for heading straight towards him, and he'd keep the enemy at bay for all of us. And I believe in my heart that it's all to that necklace's benefit.
Are you saying that when this glows, the enemies will try to kill me?
No,
I
not
grow necklace.
necessarily. I just think that the enemy finds it rather attractive. But you're a tank, aren't you?
Well, not yet.
I mean, you're wearing that ring. I would think that you're a tank.
Oh, yes, what does this ring do again? I'm so forgetful these days.
That ring? That gives you thorns, of course.
Of course.
Thorns is 1 damage to melee attackers.
Well, yes. Obviously, I am a tank.
She quirks her brow at you, looks you up and down, and giggles a little bit under her breath. She's like,
You're not a very good liar, dear, but you try real well. Now, if you'd like to know the reasons that it does what it does, couldn't tell you, sorry. Not even my magicite can figure that out.
I would like to inquire about the armors that this lady has in the corner over here.
Oh, those, they're just... I wouldn't get too close to them. I tend to leave all this stuff out front for any prying hands that might want to have a go at something. It's all very...
I take a few steps over here.
Oh, so they're booby-trapped. Fascinating.
You could say that. You could say they're booby-trapped. I just keep everything I actually need in back.
Dima, I think that's the direction you don't want to go.
What do you have in your back?
Don't worry about it. I'm just looking.
Okay, as long as you don't go past the rope.
Can I cast an investigation check on these armors?
feel free to investigate.
I now have a crime
investigation.
You see that they are sparkling and an assortment of colors, and they are quite attractive.
One more question, miss. Do you have an enchantment table somewhere in the back there?
Well, I enchant everything myself. I am the town enchantress, after all.
Interesting.
If you're
No
looking
further
to use it,
questions.
you'll have to find your own. Open your own shop.
No. I was just... I've seen similar stuff from where I used to live. Though it's old and dusty and decrepit.
Man, you mentioned before that you have magicite, correct?
Yes. I do have magicite.
I should perhaps introduce myself properly. My full name is Robin Vermilion Crimson, and I'm a scholar of sorts, which is why I was so inquisitive about those rune papers before. Sorry if that came off as rude before, questioning you constantly. But I would like to ask, is magicite something you're able to teach, or is it something I'll be able to learn?
Well, personally, I've always had magicite, but I have invented a magicite lens. Gathering all the materials for it would be rather difficult, I'd say. You'd have to journey all across the world, or get very lucky finding the items at shops. But if you bring me the items, I could make you a pristine magicite lens, and you could use it to gather information about all of the wonderful magics in the world.
Oh my. That seems like a very useful tool. You don't happen to have any spare ones, I assume, which is why because the materials are so hard to get, I assume, correct?
No, sorry, dearie, I don't have any in the shop.
I would have paid top dollar for such if you did. I'm so sorry. But can you please tell me or gather me a list of what you need, and I look for it while I'm out on my journeys?
And so she teaches you. She says,
Well, you need to gather a forest emerald from the land of Peruzzi. You need an infernus jade from here in Owo. You need some scale worm plate from Erios. You'll need a flawless pengu's pebble from Savoy, but, good luck getting there, because nobody goes there anymore. And you will need a single Hockleyan tail feather. And, nobody's seen Hockleyan since the war either. And then, when you have all that, just bring it back to me.
Oh, thank you. And I would also ask, ma'am, do you know what year it is?
The year? Why would you ask such a thing?
Oh, sorry, I'm just very interested. You seem to appear quite old, and you said you were married within the time before the war happened, so I assumed you've lived quite a many years and kept track of the time. Time usually just slips me by, so I've been asking that question a lot recently.
Well, you humans have such short lifespans. It's no wonder you're confused what year it is. Why, of course, dear, it's AS50.
Oh, good. It is the year, but I thought it'd been later for some reason. Thank you very much for clearing up the confusion.
also she furrows a brow at you, calling her old.
Sorry, was that... I didn't mean to offend. I guess you're old by my standards. You may be very young for yours. I'm sorry if that seems rude by what I've said.
She says, Look, dear, I'm only like 300 years old. I'm quite young.
I'd like to have whatever you're having, ma'am.
Be born an elf?
Well, you're very wise. There's no way to extend life?
She rolls her eyes at you.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm asking foolish questions. Does anyone else wish to speak to the enchantress?
Have you considered being a lich?
I'd like to have a word. Now, have you studied any wizardry?
I mean, I am a mage.
Would you be
I
willing to
hope
let me
so.
see your spell book?
Well, my spell book's in my head, so good luck with that.
Oh, you're one of those. I never could get the hang of that.
Called having a
Well-
brain, Lorenzo.
Spells are so intricate, you have to write it down in your book. Well, anyway, do you think you could help me get a better staff here? And I
Better
put my
staff.
onto the table.
She takes your staff, and she glides her fingers over it, and it glows a bright, beautiful rainbowy light, because it's heckin' gay in here. She clearly likes rainbows, based on the armor that you see. And you get a +1 to your staff.
She's like, there you go, that will be 100 gold.
Oh,
Damn.
well,
I passed
went
the
ahead and-
145 to Lorenzo that I owe him anyway.
oh, well, okay, fine. This worked out nicely then. And I just keep 45 and I put 100 on the table. I was afraid I couldn't afford that. That was
Thank you, dearie.
Give you some money if you needed a spot.
She takes the gold and just sticks it in her dress pockets. Well, yes, her dress does have pockets.
That's the most magical thing about
Let's
this.
go!
Yo, man, that's just as poggers.
Poggers? I don't believe I know that phrase.
It's gonna be
usually-
all the rage with people in
Pockets?
2,000 years.
In a
Oh my god. Moving on.
do the thing again where you put your hands in those slits.
I'm going to casually move over to Thema, and Thema also gets 145, and that should evenly split up the 580 that I got for the gems.
Good.
go.
Perfect. Is anyone else enhancing their weaponry or gear for 100 gold apiece?
I'm not enhancing any weaponry, but I do have other stuff I would like to ask her about.
Okay. Well, when Arya's done inquiring about all of the wonderful things you could possibly inquire about, for example, did you know that the Missing Gertrude quest has something about asking the Enchantress about Gertrude?
Miss, so we picked up this quest from the quest board about the missing Gertrude. Do you know anything about this person?
Missing? What does it say about her?
Well, it says that she hasn't been, well, they haven't been seen for a while. Let me pull up the exact thing.
Yes, teaching you to use the quest log. Mwahahaha.
Well, okay, this is an out-of-game statement, but I just noticed that Arya has a hole in their necklace, and I could see it because of the circle glowing around it, and it makes it look like they have a glowing necklace.
That is funny.
That's cool.
That's cool. I'm gonna zoom in for the audience.
It's funny.
That's funny.
I think the thing.
I probably should have been zoomed in this entire time, but I'm also dumb.
You're not dumb.
Yay! Not dumb!
But yeah, so it says that Gertrude hasn't come to work in several days. The quest giver checked her home and asked her roommates, but she hasn't been seen. And Rigel said he hadn't seen her the night that she disappeared, so...
Well... Listen, if I know Gertrude, she and me go way back. That old baddie must have wandered off, perhaps to go relive her days as an adventurer. I'm sure she'll be fine if that's the case. She's quite well-travelled. In fact, she's probably more well-travelled than myself. I've only been to the 5 main continents, and she's been even further.
There's further.
Speaking of, when was the last time that you visited the other continents?
The other continents, I'd say about 30 years ago. I went over to Peruzzi, did a little bit there. Went over to Arios, did a little bit there. I came back here. You know, I do have to tend to the shop pretty frequently. We do have a lot of people coming through for magic dust. It's quite ridiculous, honestly. But I do actually recall I was there a bit sooner.
Mm-hmm.
I did go to Peruzzi looking for a certain metal about 20 years ago. This is more of a recent discovery. They use it to make things like your friend here, and she, waves in Thema's general direction.
Thema obviously not paying attention, just looking at the shinies out in the corner.
Thema's not paying attention.
Amazing. I see.
But those were the most recent travels, and of course, you know, the war took place everywhere, and I had to go everywhere. Front lines and all that.
Speaking
That
of, do
is
you
just
normally get any imports or, export anything from here to other continents?
Well, we are the largest, and I'd say probably the only export of magic dust to the 4 nations. We have exports of wood, usually magic wood, very rarely non-magic wood, but, you know, Peruzzi's basically got that covered. Now, for the most part, everything's been the same as it's always been.
So you haven't noticed any slow or stop in requests for exports to any of the countries?
No, actually, it's been quite good recently. We do get a fair bit of requests more recently for furniture, weapons, and armor. But we take care of those requests and fill them as we're asked to, especially the blacksmith, Rigel Duskbane, if you've been over to see him yet.
Not yet.
And that sweet but pushy boy, the peddler that you mentioned, has a huge galley ship and he helps us transport everything in between all the continents. And really, we've had such a great increase over the last 5 years thanks to his assistance.
I see.
Same peddler. I bought this journeyman's journal off of him, and I am unable to decipher it. Are you able to read these by chance? It looks like a very cool book, and I'd like to read it.
How are you going about showing her the journal?
I'm going to open it to the first couple of pages and present it to her onto the counter.
Okay, so would you like to read to the audience what your journal says?
Alright, give me a moment. Okay, so, Boof wounded ow. Aug zonde de bruv. Woo. Ow. Aug zonde gehom. Aug zonde no bruv now. Wazot. Augun. Aug zonde not do. Aug zonde what? And Urius Golun Zwang Perus Golun Zwang Zwang.
Good job.
Wow.
I have no idea what I mean.
That was a very valiant effort. Alright, for the rest of the audience.
The book says Book Strong.
Ooh, she looks at you in all of her purple glory in this wonderful purple shop made out of distinctly purple brick. She definitely doesn't have a thing for purple, nope.
Really?
She says, well,
This book certainly seems to be in common. This book is just in phonetic common. It seems that maybe it's missing several letters. There seems to be a language without a few letters. Perhaps if you keep it longer, you might learn what those letters are.
Will I?
she takes a little stick that's on the back wall and she pushes it back towards you and says,
Well, I don't personally want this book. It's rather useless to me. I already know everything that's written inside of it.
No. This is for my personal enjoyment. I just wanted to know if you could, translate it for me.
Ah. Well,
I wasn't planning on selling this, even if you offered a lot.
for a price, I could translate this to the common that you're used to.
How much?
Well, it's a bit of an effort, so I'll do it for, let's say, 35 gold.
Well, funny thing about that, I happen to have 35 gold here on me right now.
Oh, lovely. Are you gonna hand it to me?
Of course. 1 moment, let me just fetch it out of my my bag. And as I do, the ocean of copper coins that's in backpack as well, it sort of like fall out. I'm terribly sorry about this. 1 moment, and I'm just digging through.
I tell Thema
coin.
to give them the book, and I'll pick up the coins for you. Don't worry, buddy.
she looks over the counter and with a bit of a glare in her eyes, she says, And where did you get this copper from, might I ask?
I'll explain that,
I'm
man.
rolling. Do I tell the truth here?
I'll explain it to the man. We found treasure chests along a lake that had this copper coin. It seems to be not currently accepted currency. But why do you ask upon where we found it?
Well, I would suggest you bring it all back. Put it back where it belongs. And
Okay. Well, thank you very much for the helpful information. We'll make sure to do that, ma'am.
because you have that on you, I unfortunately am going to have to charge more for this translation.
Why?
How much more?
I'd say instead of 35, I'll do it for 135.
You drive a very hard bargain. How about... let's say...
Why don't we just say 100 and make it an easy cost payment?
No, I'll do it for 135.
128?
That's 35 for the translation, and 100 for the sacrilege.
Oh! That's what we committed?
You committed.
I didn't commit nothing. I didn't take any of the coins. I knew they were worthless.
Sacrilege definition.
Sacrilege usually refers to something that goes against God.
Oh.
Or a specific religious practice.
I didn't touch any of those coins.
Good job, Arya.
I may have encouraged people to touch the coins, but I didn't touch them.
Well, fortunately, Trin doesn't know that.
I will have to say that the fault is not entirely mine. And I look over at Lorenzo. And I
He's a silly fool. I'm picking up the coins. I'm putting them back in the bag. I will make sure they're returned to the proper place. And we will pay 135 for the translation, correct?
I'll and I peek around Robin to Arya.
I didn't touch any of those coins.
I didn't take any of those coins, indeed.
Anyways, I still have to fish through my bag for my actual gold pouch. So you're just hearing all of these coins just clattering on each other. Some of them just spilling onto the floor.
My
I
God.
swear they meant no harm. They're just fools.
Fools indeed.
I pull out a crowbar I pull out my crowbar and set it aside. Still
Do you need help searching through your bag? I'll help you.
Here it is. I pull out the coin purse, scattering it on the counter as I'm just trying to shovel the rest of these copper coins back into my bag.
Oh, dear Lord.
This Trin doesn't want to deal with us. Yeah, basically.
So basically, all 235 of my gold coins are currently on that counter.
There's the
Instead of
daycare
just
lady in
scooping
this
copper
camp.
coins
Oh,
back inside.
Okay, while they're
a
fixing up their
daycare
bag, I'll
lady.
give you the 135 coins you desire from the pouch. Here you go, ma'am, and give the pouch back to Thema.
Thank you, friend, Robin.
We're sorry for the
I am
trouble,
now.
and thank you for your work.
I whisper over to Robin. Should I tell her about the one I threw into the fountain out there?
Thema?
You might want to just retrieve it instead.
Yes, retrieve it at this moment.
Are we sure? It's kind of in there, and I kind of threw it very far.
Thema, you will I will look for it in the water if I have to step in it. Do not worry.
As you hand her the gold, which I did see disappear from your inventory just now, she takes the little stick and pokes the book, and reads it by pointing with this, not a wand, it's just a stick that she uses for, like, carving stuff. She says, "Alright, now make sure that you put every single one of those coins back where they belong. If you've dropped anywhere else, you have to go get them. You put them back where you got them from. Understand? Let me read this. Let me read this to you. So, the inscription inside the cover says that the book is only for the very strong. And on this first page here, you'd like to think that, wouldn't you?
On this first page here, it says, I befriended Alexander the Brave. Alexander went home. Alexander is no longer brave. I tried to visit Alexander, but he wasn't there. I wonder if Alexander is lost. And the second one says, Arias Golem are strong, but Peruzzi Golem are stronger. And both of these are questions. It seems you've got a rather interesting journal here. Probably from an adventurer. And it seems, I would suggest, that as you gain strength, more of the book shall be revealed.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna go fish that copper coin out of the fountain now.
No, make sure you don't rust. Ask Lorenzo or I to do it.
Looking at it as Voss was reading it, it makes sense now. Befriended,
Lorenzo
but I
seems to
don't
be going
see
to get the coin. Don't worry, Thema. Everything will be fine.
Yeah.
And
Maybe
I
that's
indeed
the
hope
reason
you do
why
get very
my,
strong.
nothing happened.
I'm gonna mage hand and pick up the coin.
There was
Okay.
other coins in there or something. I don't know.
There were no other coins in the fountain. It was extremely sus. Fortunately, nobody is in the town square to worry about that. Other than
Tell us in a different way.
Mabel, but she seems to be distracted by her needing of quest takers.
So I'm gonna say I have 5,001 coins now. That are
Okay.
I forgot you had that many.
Yeah.
Compared to my meek 3,000.
Gee,
my
it's-
meek 3,000.
It's a really good thing that nobody named Thema happened to chuck a bunch of coins at any sleeping people or anything
I
like
didn't.
that.
I forgot about that.
All of mine. I haven't done anything.
Yes.
If I remember correctly, I threw 60. That's just how much that fit into my hand. I just
Ma'am, I know our friends here committed sacrilege. I would like to ask, what
Would you
about
like
those
to-
coins is so important?
Would you like to ask when it's your turn?
Well, assuming Thema's done, I'm sorry. That's my bad.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm just here having a very existential crisis. I don't want any gods coming after me. I don't want any gods coming after me. I have to go scour an entire forest for 60 copper coins. What?
Yeah, about that.
Ma'am,
Damn leg.
what's so special about those coins, and why did they commit sacrilege?
Well, you're not privy to know that.
You know what? I'll take my place. But then I would like to present to you this sheath dagger. And I would like to ask, can you understand this item? And please be very careful with it. It seemingly explodes when you unsheath it.
Did you just hand an elderly lady a bomb?
She is not elderly, and it is not a bomb.
She looks at it and thinks for a moment and says,
Well, I might suggest taking it to my comrade in Peruzzi. He can help you a bit more. This particular thing is not my specialty. Sorry.
Peruzzi, I'll have to remember that.
Is there an
Okay.
inn in this town?
And then, what else? I would like to present the 60-year-old Twin Kingdoms map to her, because we also got that. I informed her. We got this from the peddler. Is there anything you can tell us about this that we should know?
It's a map. Looks like it's from about 60 years ago.
I feel so much like a fool, but I must double-check all the information that I can gather.
You know, I'm starting to see why you probably took those coins.
Would
Don't
you
have
like a
much
crab
insight, do
trophy?
you?
I did not take any coins. My friends did.
I just vanish. I have there's a sound of jingling as I disapparate.
The glowstone
$29.99.
to the enchantress and see if she can inform me about its nature.
Does the party want to call it when Lorenzo disappears, or what's the thoughts?
I mean, I'm good to call it when Lorenzo disappears because I feel like continuing without him is kind of not fair if we're aiming to try and have sessions with all players from now on.
Yeah.
Okay,
I guess that is it today.
Lorenzo has gone poof. You are all stricken with tiredness from your very long adventure in the forest.
I
head
don't
off.
get tired.
You all
Kitty.
head off to the inn to sleep and or recharge.
Ooh, we get a long rest.
Recharge your battery, Thema.
I'm solar powered.
Dima doesn't
Oh my
literally
God.
does not sleep.
The,
They are a sentry when they rest.
War,
I am eco-friendly.
Warforged remain dormant for 8 hours during a long rest to regain and recover. They cannot do anything in that time. It is basically
I
sleeping.
am eco-friendly.
Oh my
I'm
God.
doing my part.
Thank you, party. It's been a great time. I love you all.
I am dreading the fact that I have to go find at least 4,000 worth of copper coins.
Yep.
Why did I take 6,000?
Why did you take the coins at all? That's the real question.
I mean, they were just sitting there, and I wanted to use payday on somebody, which I technically did.
Oh my God. Yes, Meowth, that's right.
Doesn't like that.
That's right.